every day and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandhika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Shivani from Ashram, Jinya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, early morning, mid-morning, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam. This is Nitya Narasimha Das Kata.
Hare Krishna, Nitya Narasimha Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining and giving your association every day. For all the calls, welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Okay.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandhika
I will
Mataji,
need
please
the
accept.
introduction. Yeah, okay, Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandhika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining all the calls and all glories to your wonderful services and beautiful posters. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
Dhanvat Pranam, Srila Prabhu. Go ahead, Mataji.
It's okay, Mataji. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, this is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Valli Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharika Mataji, Danvat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to all the assembled as altered devotees. This is Kiran Goyal from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Kiran Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining us every day and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, do you want to read the introduction? I don't
Yes.
see.
Yeah, I will only read Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 4th chapter, 48th verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhu, I would like to read the introduction of His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu. Sanatana Dharma Prabhu is a brahmachari from ISKCON, Pune temple. He is a disciple of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj and has been practicing Krishna consciousness for more than 12 years. Prabhuji has studied B.Tech from NIT Tiruchi. Prabhu has worked as a senior manager in Tata Motors, Pune. His current services include area management and project development heads, project development head at areas around Pune. He is a counselor, youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, secretary at Voice Organization, and he is also a remote mentor for NVCC Pune Temple. Prabhu knows many languages such as English, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, and Japanese. His degrees includes Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, IDC, and teachers training courses. Hari Bol. Very nice to have Prabhu today on the call. Is Prabhuji there?
Not yet, Mataji.
Okay, we can wait for Prabhuji. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? They can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Bhopal.
Hare Krishna Mohini Lakshmi Mataji. Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. So this is Srinivas from Hyderabad, India, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the devotees who have joined the call, Mataji. My humble, respectful obeisance to all.
Hare Krishna Srinivas Prabhuji, Dhanat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Susmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna Shishmita Mataji, Dhanat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining us every day. Welcome to the call and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the Vaishnavas on the call. Vasundhara Devi Dasi from Bangalore, India, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vasundhara Mataji, Dhanat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice to hear your sweet voice, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Thank you for joining us every single day. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves, or else I can continue my chanting? I will chant for some time until Prabhuji joins. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna
Should I sing one song?
Yes, Prabhuji, definitely sing.
Jai Jai Jagannath Sachiranandan Tribhuvane Kore Jar Charana Bandhan Nila Chale Shankh Chakra Gadha Padmadhar Nadiya Nagare Danda Kamandaluकार के हो बोले पूर्वे रावण बोधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश पुरीला जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंदन त्रिभुवने कोरे जार चरण बंधन श्री राधा भावे रे गोरावतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौरा गोरीलो प्रचार वासुदेव घोष बोले कोरी जोड़ो हाथ जय गौर श्री कृष्ण श्री जगन्नाथ जय जय जगन्नाथ सचीर नंदन त्रिभुवने कोरे जार चरण बंधन हरे कृष्णा सनातन प्रभु स्वागत प्रभु
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for singing and engaging all of us in the time. Sakaka Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
This
Sanatana
song I love because this is Sachin Nandan glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and telling he's Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he's Jagannath, and he's Krishna. That's why. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes,
Welcome,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Very sweet voice. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Sanatana Dharma, Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your recitation on Bhakti Sanga call. Today's verse is 7th canto, 4th chapter, 48th verse, and Prabhuji requests everyone has to be on camera. I request dear devotees, if it is possible, please switch on your cameras. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to once again request everybody to turn on your videos and I'll be doing the mute for all of you. I'll be muting all of you. Reason being is we don't want any other background noises which accidentally come. We'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Churunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. It gives me immense joy and pleasure to be here with all of you to discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a very, very special section of Srimad Bhagavatam, the 7th canto, 4th chapter. And this particular chapter is defining the various glorious qualities of one of the greatest devotees of the Lord, who is Prahlad Maharaj. Once Prabhupada was giving a class and he said the best devotee is Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, and devotees were like, Jai, Jai, very nice. Another class, Prabhupada said the best devotee is Narad Muni. And every devotee was like, yes, yes, Narad Muni is the best devotee, very nice. In another class, he said that the best devotee is Yudhishthir Maharaj. Okay, Yudhishthir Maharaj is the best devotee. Okay, there was no problem until there was one devotee who attended all the three classes. He sat on all three classes, and that's what created confusion. How can three devotees be the best at the same time? And then he went up to Srila Prabhupada and asked Prabhupada, in one of the classes you said that Prahlad Maharaj is the greatest devotee. Prabhupada said that's correct. Oh. Then another class you said Narad Muni is the best devotee. Prabhupada said that is also correct. And Prabhupada, in today's class you said Yudhishthira Maharaj is the best devotee. Prabhupada said that is also correct. How? Srila Prabhupada said that in spiritual world everything starts with the best. Yes, everything is the best. We are discussing about the best devotee of the Lord. Of course, the title is Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. And we last time also had got this verse where upon receiving the benediction of Brahma, Hiranyakashipu begins his terror and unable to tolerate his terror and even control over material nature. There are verses where Hiranyakashipu is controlling over all the material elements. Yes, and that is when the outcome of the control is he is depressed. That's it. So the demigods approach Lord Vishnu that please, we are all suffering here. We are struggling. And this Hiranyakashipu literally has terrorized the whole universe. So how the demigods reach out to the Lord is very special. They worship the Lord without sleep. Yes. While chanting, we are not supposed to sleep. That is mentioned. That the demigods, they worship the Lord without sleep. They're not sleeping when they're worshipping. They're not sleeping when they're chanting. With full mind control and full breath control. They went and they cried out to the Lord that please help us. And that is when the Supreme Lord sends a message that I am very well aware of all the activities of Hiranyakashipu. Yes, I am very well know him, correct? And what he has done, he is envious of my principles. I know that very well. But I'm not going to descend right now and Hiranyakashipu. No, I'm not going to do that right away. Oh, then the demigods asked, oh Lord, when are you planning to do that? And that's when the Lord says that when Hiranyakashipu will chastise Prahlad, my pure devotee, that is the time then, despite all the benedictions of Brahma, I'm going to kill him. Right? So, there was a question that may come that Hiranyakashipu had a very wonderful son called Prahlad. Then why does he want to kill him? Yes, why would Hiranyakashipu want to chastise or kill Prahlad? That is when Prahlad's all qualities, yes, all qualities are mentioned. So this is a section where we are discussing the transcendental qualities of Prahlad and especially this particular shloka. Oh, it's a very, very special shloka because this is going to be the aspiration of every sadhaka. Every practicing devotee should consider this verse to be one's aspiration in Krishna consciousness. So if you really want to connect to this verse, I'll be very glad if you all turn on your videos. Okay, so this is the shloka. Nadati kvachit utkantho vilajjo nrityati kvachit tad bhavana yuktas tanmayonu chakaraha. Okay, so what is this particular shloka telling? We just see some Sanskrit also. Nada means sound. That's why in South there is Nada Swaram. So Nada means the sound. So Nadati means to produce sound. What kind of sound? Yes, sound with Utkantha, immense. Sometimes. So Kvachit means sometimes. So sometimes what would happen is Prahlad Maharaj, out of great earning, would produce great sound. What kind of sound? Calling Krishna. That's what Prabhupada says, addressing Lord Krishna. Oh Krishna! Oh Krishna! Krishna! He would call out. And Kvachit, sometimes what he would do, vilajjah, without any shame or without considering where he is or without any public opinion, oblivious to public opinion, he would dance. Nrityati, he would start dancing. And Kvachit, sometimes what he would do is tad bhavanaha yukta, he would be completely absorbed. Externally, many things would be going around. Yes, many things would be going around, but Prahlad is absorbed. Yes, he's absorbed the same way today's kids are absorbed in their Insta. Correct? Insta, they absorbed watching Insta Reels and YouTube Shorts. How absorbed they are. They're least bothered about eating. They're least bothered about the fact that the mother is yelling and calling them, Beta, come here fast, come here quickly. They're least bothered. Yes, so that is the kind of oblivious nature that is there. So Kvachit tad bhavana yuktas. Because he's there in the bhavana stage, and this particular excuse me, this word bhava, this explains this bhava of Prahlad, the ecstasy. And tanmayaha anuchakaraha. So what he would do, anuchakar is imitating. Why? Tanmayaha, he's got in the same mood as Krishna, not the impersonal liberation or merging, but he just thinks he has become one with the master in the mood. And thus, this is the highest form of ecstasy, which even the Gopis exhibit. We're going to discuss this further. Yes, in Vrindavan, when Uddhava comes. All right, when they are completely absorbed. The result of this complete absorption in Krishna is eventually you start imitating the pastimes of Krishna. Well, anyone would like to read the translation? They can raise
Yes,
their
Prabhu,
hands. Yes,
I
sure.
want to tell you.
Please go.
Sometimes, upon seeing the supreme personality of Godhead, Prahlad Maharaj would loudly call in full anxiety. He sometimes lost his shyness in jubilation and began dancing in ecstasy, and sometimes began fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. He felt oneness and imitated the pastimes of the Lord.
Thank you. So Tanmaya. So very beautiful. So this is what the four things that Prahlad did out of ecstasy. Calling out for the Lord loudly, dancing in ecstasy, Kvachit tad bhavanaya yuktas, that means being completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, and he wouldn't care for anything else, hunger, thirst, and completely oblivious to the world outside. And when this absorption increased, tanmayo anuchakaraha, he would start imitating the different pastimes of Krishna, thinking as if he has become Krishna. That is the state of highest ecstasy. All right, why would he do this? And what is the science behind this? That is something we're going to learn. Now, if somebody is loudly shouting and yelling in the room for no reason, what would you call such a person? Anybody? You can all put it in the chat also. What you would call such a person? Somebody is just dancing for no reason. He's just dancing in public. Suddenly starts dancing. You're right. Okay. And somebody's just, no matter what you tell, okay, sir, please In front of you, there is a wonderful plate of gulab jamun and pulao. Please take this. And that fellow is there. No, he's gone somewhere else. Prabhu, please take. This is very, very tasty. Please try this. This is very wonderful, rasmalai. And that fellow is somewhere else. He's least bothered about your rasmalai or the pulao, which is there in front of you. Yes, because he's in complete absorption, right? Hari Hari. So we go to the purport. You call this person mad, crazy, lunatic. Once His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj was giving a class of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he asked the audience, would you like to know what is the goal of life? Would anyone like to know what's the goal of life? And every devotee was very sure that we are reading Prabhupada's books and we are listening to so many of Prabhupada's lecture. We are very confident what is the goal of life. And they're very confident. He said, Hare Krishna, is this sound good? Yeah. Are you able to
Yes,
hear?
for me, okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji, it's good.
None of you complained. That's why I was just, the settings wasn't proper. I just checked it out. It wasn't proper. Anyways. So we are, I just think there's a knock at the door. Just 1 minute. Hare Krishna. So someone was loudly calling for my name. Prabhuji! Prabhuji! Of course, I can't put in madman. I had to put it on mute and ask, how can I serve you, Prabhu? So he was calling and he's banging like a madman, thinking that I'm speaking here and he may be considering me madman. Prabhu, aren't you able to hear? I'm shouting so loudly. Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I said I'm giving a class. I'm already live on YouTube, so please excuse me this time. Right. So definitely you like to say he's a madman. So I was with His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, and every devotee was confident the goal of life is to go back to Godhead, go back home, back to Godhead. This is what Prabhupada has taught. But His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj said, no, the goal of life is to become a madman. The goal of life is to become a madman. And everyone was like shocked, shell shocked. Maharaj, what is it that you're telling? Maharaj, it's fine. We are all, devotees, but there are some newcomers sitting there and they're like twisting their eyebrows and getting confused. Some of them are planning on walking away. Come on, this guy is mad. This guy is mad and he's going to make us mad too. Let's leave. So what is it? And that is when Maharaj said, the goal of life is to become mad for Krishna. Mad for Krishna. And Prahlad Maharaj is exactly a madman here. And there was a class with where His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was sitting beside His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, and he said, "You know this Radhanath Swami? He's a madman." And His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj took the mic and he said, "It takes one to know one." Hare Krishna. That was the conversation. Yes, it takes one to know one. All right. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I'll be reading the purport and we'll go line by line because we're going to be having a very good conversation, a very good discussion. Okay. So now one may ask a question that why exactly would Prahlad Maharaj loudly call for Krishna? Loudly call for Krishna. When do you loudly call for someone? Prahlad Maharaj sometimes felt that the Lord was far away from him and therefore called him loudly. This is a statement in the Ishopanishad which says Tad dure, tad avantike. The Lord is very far. So sometimes you would feel, oh, Krishna is gone. He's gone away somewhere. And thus he would scream and shout. Who else screamed and shouted for Krishna? It's the Goswamis. He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite He Nanda Suno Kuta. Where are you, Krishna? Where are you, Radharani? Where are you? They're calling. Krishna, Radhe, oh Nanda Suta, the son of Nanda, where are you? They're calling.
A pure devotee never says, where is Krishna? Oh, he's sitting right beside me. Say hello, say hi. Yeah, see? Not able to see. Not able to see. Oh, that's because of anarthas. He's there right beside me. Hey Krishna, say hi. Oh, Krishna is saying hi. Hello, Of course, what would you tell Lord? You can't say Hare Krishna to Krishna. No? To some devotee, you can greet as Hare Krishna. If Krishna is there, how would you greet Krishna? You only call Krishna. Right? We meet each other, devotees, they'll say Hare Krishna. But I was just wondering, when we meet Krishna, what will you tell him? Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Krishna. What will you say? Will you ask Krishna to chant? We can't do that. So very, very much wondering what you would do. So we don't even know what we are going to speak to Krishna when Krishna comes in front of us. Right? If Krishna got many of them, we want to see God. But if God comes in front of you, what are you going to do? No clue. So, hi. Okay, bye. I want to go back to my work. I want to continue my program of sense gratification. That's what probably I would do. Yes. And through acharyas, we understand if Lord is there, we understand the mood. When Lord is near, no, Lord is far, he's shouting and screaming, Krishna, Krishna, when comes near. We understand through Bhagavatam what we are supposed to do. What did Dhruv Maharaj do when Lord came? He just fell at the Lord's lotus feet, clasped it, held it very tightly, and was kissing the lotus feet of the Lord consistently when he saw the Lord. What did Brahma do? Nahumidyate abravapushe taditambaraya. What was Brahma doing? Brahma, when he saw Krishna, he offered obeisances. Then he got up. After getting up, again he saw Krishna, again he offered obeisances. He got up. Again he offered obeisances. How many of you have heard of this particular cardio exercise called burpees? Burpee. You've heard that? How many of you heard it? Burpees. Those who don't know, you're fortunate. Yes, those who know, you're more fortunate. You don't know means you're not very knowledgeable of these things of this world. But if you know, it's okay. But they do Dandvat Pranams basically. So what Hare Krishna devotees do every day is Dandvat Pranam. In front of Prabhupada, burpee, number one. Number two, in front of Gaunitai, yes, again one more. In front of Radha Krishna, yes. In front of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, yes. So somebody is very fitness and health freak. Yes, he would think, oh, these guys do burpees right in the morning. That's what they call as Mangalarti. And again, after Mangalarti is over, again, Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa, one more burpee. So they think like that. They don't know it's Dandavat. So Brahma was falling down on the ground and again waking up. Again he would see the Lord. Oh my Lord. He would again fall down. Again he would see the Lord. Again he would fall down. Dhruv Maharaj was continuously kissing the lotus feet of Lord and clasping it very tightly close to his heart and crying. Yes. So when the Lord is away, when the Lord is not there, then they call. You call out loudly. So that is why it is when Krishna left the Rasa dance, what did the Gopis do? They together did Sankirtan, calling out for the Lord loudly. Recently we were in Navdeep, Mayapur. I'm just back from Navdeep and received special blessings of the Dham in the form of some sickness, which is necessary. It's a part of purification. And we were in Shantipur Dham. We all had gone together there. And what did we do in Shantipur Dham? Yes, we saw the wonderful place where Haridas Thakur was initiated by Advaita Gosai. We saw that particular place where Gaur Nitai ate the special shak in Advaita Bhavan. We saw that wonderful place where Madhavendra Puri initiated Advaita Acharya. These all places are there. But then mainly we saw that particular place, the same place where our Prabhupada would sit. Even in the Purva Ashram, even as a Grihastha, he would go there, sit, and he would cry. He would be crying tears and chanting. He would be calling out for Lord. Because that is the place where Advaita Acharya called out for the Lord. And the Lord was forced to appear. So when you call out very loudly for the Lord, then the Lord's attention is caught. Lord becomes very attentive. Oh, who is called for me? Ajamil called for Narayana. Very loudly called for the Lord. And he caught the attention. So Prahlad Maharaj is shouting Lord's names to get the attention of the Lord. And what is the mood that's going to be explained very beautifully in the purport ahead. Moving on. When he saw that the Lord was before him, he was fully jubilant. We discussed this especially. So this is what is devotional service. There is Vipralamba and there is Sambhoga. Union and separation. Union and separation. This keeps coming. Vipralamba, Sambhoga. Why this cycle is required? This cycle is required for increasing the intensity. It's required for the intensity. We become more intense in our sadhana, especially in separation. Vipralamba. So the Vipralamba intensifies one's kirtan and bhajan and one screams very loudly. When Krishna left the rasa dance, all the gopis together came and they sang Gopi Geet. What is that? Intense emotions flowing out from their heart and calling out Gopi Geetam. They all composed a song which they sang in harmony, completely synchronous. Yeah. So that is uh, the effect of singing Vipralamba. And then there is Sambhog. Lord comes. Because if Lord doesn't come, then nobody will do their sadhana. People think, oh, anyway, it doesn't come. What to do? No, it is required. Union is also required. That gives hope to sadhakas like us. The pure devotees of the Lord, they can remain in separation for the rest of eternity. And that's actually our philosophy, Vipralamba Bhava. But Lord also does come. That gives hope to sadhakas. Okay, we're going to come definitely. Very nice. So that's very hopeful. Going on. Sometimes, thinking himself one with the Supreme, he imitated the Lord's pastimes, and in separation from the Lord, he would sometimes show symptoms of madness. These feelings of a devotee would not be appreciated by the impersonalists. Very unfortunate. So this is called Tanmaya. Tanmaya. So the devotee feels that he has become one with the Lord. And this was a symptom even exhibited by the gopis of Vrindavan. When they went into high bhav, one gopi just took the end of her sari and she made a Govardhan. All Rajvasis, please come underneath and take shelter of Giriraj because Indra is showering torrents of rain. What did another gopi do? Another gopi climbed on another gopi's head, said, wicked Kalia, I'll kill you today. And she started beating that gopi. And Uddhava was watching all this. What's happening? What is this? They have become completely Krishna Maya, Tan Maya. They've completely got Krishnaized that they're imitating the behavior of Krishna. It's imitating the behavior of Krishna. It is not some imitation that cheap comedians do here. There are some comic characters, comedians who imitate big actors, or they might imitate some politicians and get some claps and some laughters that evokes laughter. It's not something cheap like that. This Tan Maya. One becoming one with the Lord means one has become completely Krishnaized. Another gopi, what did she do? Another gopi started doing Ras Leela. She took another gopi and started dancing. Okay, I will dance with this gopi. Okay. She started doing the Ras Leela. Another gopi, she started swallowing the forest fire. Yeah, I will swallow everything. Yes, you have all seen this picture? It's a beautiful picture. So like this, every gopi started performing one activity. One other gopi did Putnavad Leela. So they all became completely Krishnaized. And they started imitating the various pastimes that Krishna has performed. Yes, they went into that particular mood where they would perform this wonderful Krishna Leela. Correct? We were in Ekachakradham. We were fortunate to be in Ekachakradham. And what happened in Ekachakradham was Nityananda Prabhu's childhood. Yes. And even later part, after his married life, Grihastha life, the later part, he did come to Ekachakradham, where he merged with Bankim Rai. Yeah, Bankim Rai. Krishna as Bankim, one who's bent in three places. So Nityananda Prabhu, what he would do with his friends? He would imitate the pastimes of Krishna. And how would he imitate? These were not just simple children's game. No, they were not games of small children. No. Nityananda Prabhu was having that Krishna Avesh. And mostly he would have Lakshmana Avesh. He would play the role of Lakshman. And one time they were playing this particular pastime where Meghnad strikes Lakshman with one of the Divyastras, and Lakshman is flat on the ground. And Lakshman unable to get up. He's flat. And the devotee who is supposed to play the role of Hanuman to go and get the Sanjeevani booty, he forgets what he's supposed to get, what he's supposed to do. And he remained like that for hours. Yes, he remained like that for hours. But later on, then he was reminded that is when the Sanjeevani booty came, and then Nityanand Prabhu came back to life. Otherwise, he was not getting up. Nitai, get up, we are worried. So he was in complete state of bhava. Right? So this is the stage of bhavana. So impersonalists, they cannot, they will think this is all sentimentalism. The devotees are bhavuk. They are nothing but bhavukas, they call. Bhavuk means people who get into sentiments. And I have seen such sentiments there in many places. Yeah. Not all sentiments are bhava. I'll come to that. Well, once we finish this purport, I'll come to that section. But they think they're bhavukas. They're simply sentimental, emotional. Yes. How many of you have become emotional at some point of your life? Good. Nice. You're able to connect. Number 2. I want to ask, how many of you become emotional in front of lordships or in a spiritual process? In some Krishna conscious process? Accept it. Okay. How many of you become emotional in some material phenomena? Something material. When you won some award, you got the best employee award, the best student award. Yeah, you become emotional. Or your team. Your team has won the match. It can be a football match, it can be a cricket match. Your team won. Like, or you become emotional when you watch a movie. Yes, people get emotional. You become. So there are material emotions, there are spiritual emotions also. So we're going to do, there are bhakti bhav and there are just mundane bhava. Both we're going to discuss. So now impersonal is what they feel is when the emotions come out of the devotees. That is also one type of bhav, mundane bhav. Oh, just like the people cry when they watch a movie. Same way they're crying when they're seeing Krishna Leela. What big deal about it? There's no big deal about it. They feel like that. So Prabhupada's next statement, one must go further and further into spiritual understanding. The first realization is the impersonal Brahman. But one must go still further to realize Paramatma and eventually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by the transcendental feelings of a devotee in a relationship of Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya or Madhurya. So Mayavadis, these people cannot understand rasa. They think any rasa is mundane. The moment there is some ras, it's mundane. Because they have experience only of mundane ras. We see that in this world there are servants and masters. In this world there are friends. In this world there are lovers. In this world there are parents and children. Oh, they all have emotions. They all have a rasa, a particular relationship, a particular mellow. So developing any particular mellow with the Lord is mundane. They think all rasas are mundane. They don't have a conception of adhyatmika rasa or bhakti rasa. They don't have. So how many of you eat rice, dal, chapati, sabji? Of course. Just asking. Just confirming. I'm not talking about pizza, pasta, and etc. But you all eat. Good. Nice. You should. You should eat prasad. So normally what goes well with rice? You can all put it in the chat. What goes well with rice? Sambar. Wow. Pakka South Indian. Sambar, dal. Okay, sambar and dal. Curry. Okay, sambar, rasam, dal, curry, curd. This all goes well with rice. Okay, what goes well with chapati? Okay, there's one more. Vata kodambu. Okay, very nice. More kodambu. These are all South Indian answers. Like what goes with chapati is paneer. Whoa! No sabji. Paneer sabji. Okay. So you like some sabjis. Mixed veg sabji, broccoli sabji. Okay, that's what goes well. How many of you seen people eating only rice or chapati? Only rice, only chapati. No sabji, no dal, no sambar, nothing. You've seen? I've seen. They are called Mayavadis. Mayavadis eat only sabji, and they don't eat sabji, dal. They only eat rice and dal. And that dish has become very dry, very dry. When you eat only dry stuff, only chapati, only rice, no curries, no dal, and no sabjis, then you get constipated. And that's what happens to the Mayavadis. Nirasa. There is no ras. There is no mellow in what they do. Yes. On the other hand, bhakti is rasamaya. See, only sabji you can eat. Only dal you can drink. Yeah, we can do that. But only rice dal, yeah, nobody would do that. There's no taste. And that's what these Mayavadis do. They don't have that rasa, the concept of rasa. And actually, if you speak, what is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is all about rasa. Right? What is the third verse of Bhagavatam? Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam chukamukad amrita drava samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. Taste. Please go on tasting again and again, repeatedly, the different mellows of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, it's a rasa shastra. And what is the philosophy? What is the experience of our Rupa Goswami Pad hearing from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his experience of Srimad Bhagavatam? It is Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu. Rasa. So these Mayavadis, they don't eat rasa. Very unfortunate people. Here, the feelings of Prahlad Maharaj were in the mellow of Vatsalya, filial love and affection. As a child cries when left by his mother, when Prahlad Maharaj felt that the Lord was away from him, he began to cry. Nadati. So why he would cry? Again, a devotee like Prahlad sometimes sees the Lord is coming from a long distance to pacify him, like a mother responding to a child saying, "My dear child, do not cry, I'm coming." Then the devotee, without being ashamed due to his surroundings and circumstances, begins to dance, thinking, "Here is my Lord. Here is my Lord coming. My Lord is coming." Yeah? Okay. So why Prahlad shouted and why Prahlad danced? Both are mentioned. Now, how many of you have seen people dancing on the street other than devotees? I'm not talking about devotees. How many of you have seen people dancing on the street? All right, good. I think some of you are fortunate to see that, others are not. But on what occasions do people dance? What is the occasion? New Year? Oh, people dance on New Year. I was not knowing that. That's news to me. Okay. Functions. Okay, there's some function. People dance on functions also. There's some Jayanti. People dance. Okay. Marriage. Yes, marriage. Marriage. Sometimes there's a statement that is said, Begani ke shaadi mein Abdullah Diwana. So I don't know. Some of you might get it. Some others might not. So somebody else is getting married and you are the one who's dancing. Now there's a joke. Which I did not compose. It's composed by one of my friends who's a grahastha, who's a married man. And even his children are married. So I'm just repeating his joke. Please don't take any offense. Once what happened was there was a marriage of lion. Who's lion? The mighty king of the jungle, right? So it was his marriage. And lion had invited all the animals of the forest. Please, everybody, please, you all have to come and join my marriage. Yes, I cannot fulfill my marriage without all of you. And he wrote a disclaimer that I'm not going to eat any one of you. No. Shadi ka time, sirf vegetarian. So I'm going to be veggie. Okay, that day I'll be veggie and there won't be any non-veg served on that day. So everybody's going to be serving only veg fruit and drinks and beverages and food. Right? So please come. Do not worry. So all the animals, they liked the proposal and they went for the marriage of the lion. And the lion's marriage, everyone had come. The donkey had come, the camel had come, all these animals had come. And there was one rat who had also come. And that guy was the most enthusiastic fellow. He was dancing wildly, just dancing without considering anything, just dancing. And even the lion got a doubt whether it's my marriage or this rat's marriage. He got a little doubt. So he called him, "Hey, ratty, come here, dude. Just come here. Hey, why are you dancing so wonderfully?" He said, "You also dance while you can." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Before marriage, even I was a lion." Before marriage, even I was a lion. So dance while you can. Just a joke, right? No offense taken, I hope, right? So that's what he was telling me. And before marriage, when I was alive. So that's why he's dancing so wonderfully. So it's somebody else's marriage, but people dance. And in Hindi, they say, Aaj mere yaar ki shaadi hai. Like that, they dance. Today is my yaar's marriage. And people dance like that. Ganesh immersion. Yes, Ganesh Visarjan. That's festival, people dance. So dancing is something very common. And if you look, the entire ambience is of dancing. Yes, there's a dancing which is going on. And sometimes people dance on stage. Yeah, there are stage rehearsals, and after that there is a performance, etc. So people dance. And this dance is something which is performed very ecstatically. Sometimes people would ask Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, your devotees, do you practice any dance moves? Especially in Shadi, there is Sangeet also. There's a Sangeet Utsav. Sangeet Utsav means like there's going to be Sangeet in Shadi, music and musical dance. There's going to be Ladki Wala versus Ladke Wala, the groom's side versus the bride side. So they dance and they will try to find out. Aaj dekhe zara kisme kitna hai dam. Let us see who has the real dam, the guts. So that's what they try to find out. And people dance. Groom versus bride side. People dance. So Prabhupada was asked that do your devotees also practice such dance moves? And Prabhupada said no. Then how do they dance so well? Prabhupada said that's out of ecstasy. That's out of ecstasy. When you chant the holy name sincerely, yes, you chant in the kirtan sincerely, you will automatically start dancing. That's ecstasy. I was looking at one video of Prahlad Prabhu, and Prahlad Prabhu is explaining to a bunch of brand new foreign-bodied people from Australia. So he was telling them what is a kirtan. He gave a theoretical class of what is a kirtan, and people were listening to it very attentively. And then he starts his kirtan. I can't play it here because YouTube violation laws, but you all can watch it. Prahlad Prabhu's what is a kirtan? So he starts a kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And people there, they have no idea who is this Krishna or Ram or Hare. But these guys, all of them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They automatically close their eyes, open like this, in the mode of surrender, like this, and they start, going side to side. Dancing. It's very automatic because they just absorb in the sound vibration. And Prahlad Prabhu never in that lecture explains about dancing. No, he doesn't. But as soon as the fast kirtan, fast beat start, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It was supposed to be sitting kirtan, but there was a lady. She just stands up, raises both her hands. Who taught her this? She'd never seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Panchatattva standing with their hands raised in the air, but she never knew about them. She just raised her hands and started singing and going from side to side. He never spoke about dancing, looking at her. Nobody looks at her, but then another lady stands in the front, in the side. And practically the whole hall is standing with arms raised and jumping and singing. They started dancing. So when the kirtan is sincere, the dancing is natural. Yes, that's the dance. Yeah, they're not just stereotype dance moves that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they're not like that. They come very naturally. So bhakti is very natural. It's very natural for the soul. Yes, even if somebody is covered over with so much of ignorance, there are different coverings. We know there's avrita chetana, sankuchita chetana, mukulita chetana, vikasita chetana, and purna vikasita chetana. Whichever, no matter what the covering is, the kirtan has the ability to penetrate through that covering and make the soul chant and dance in ecstasy. That power is there, right? That is there. So, Prahlad Maharaj would dance and chant upon seeing Krishna. And that's very natural, dancing, when the Lord is present. So because in spiritual world, there is nothing called talking. We don't talk in spiritual world. We sing in spiritual world. We don't walk in spiritual world. Soul doesn't walk. The soul dances in spiritual world. Yes? So this is the nature of spiritual world. All right. Thus, the devotee in full ecstasy sometimes imitates the pastimes of Lord, just as the cowherd boys used to imitate the behavior of jungle animals. Oof. Cowherd boys would say, Krishna, Krishna, come on, let's imitate the birds. And they would go like this, birds. That picture is there. Krishna, Krishna, would you like to do like this frog? And then all cowherd boys would sit down and do like, jump like the frog. And the frog would jump into the lake, they will also jump into the lake. Krishna, Krishna, let's do like the monkeys. And then they will also go on top and sit on the tree. And then one of the Gopa would pull the tail of the monkey. The monkey would make that kind of sound. And then one challenge was given. Krishna, can you dance like the peacock? And then Krishna brilliantly dances like the peacock. And even the peacocks are stunned. Wow. And they all have a round table conference. What is it? We really are touched with the way Krishna danced like us. He danced better than us, much better. What can we do for him? And thus the leader of the peacock takes one of the feathers from his body and offers it at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Krishna values the gift so much that he picks it up from the lotus feet and puts it on his head. That much he values the gift of his devotees. And that's when Krishna got the peacock feather, Morpunk, while imitating. So all these different leelas were imitated by Prahlad Maharaj. He would imitate the behavior of Krishna. This is complete the purport. However, he does not actually become the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj achieved the spiritual ecstasies described herein by his advancement in spiritual understanding. No, he has not become Krishna, but he has become Krishnaized. Yes, he has become Krishnaized. Tanmaya, Krishna Maya. And that is the highest ecstasy that one can reach, that one becomes completely Krishnaized. And this is what the impersonalists think wrongly to be liberated, that we become God. No, we don't become God, we become gods. That means we become completely Krishnaized. And this is very nicely explained in the Jaiva Dharma when I read it. Very wonderfully explained. Where the question is asked whether what Shankara explained as the Advaitam and what we described as the highest ecstasy of becoming oneness, Tanmaya, is it the same? And the answer given here by Premadas Premananda Swami Maharaj, the lead character in Jaiva Dharma, he says yes. But people do not have this understanding. That's why Prabhupada has chosen the words very correctly, perfectly, in fact. They don't have the right spiritual understanding, so they think Aikatvam means to merge with the Lord. No, it is to become Krishnaized. So there is no difference in the Advaitam which is spoken and the highest form of ecstasy of becoming Tanmaya, Krishna Maya. There is no difference. But they don't have the right and proper understanding. The deep understanding is missing by the impersonalists, because of which they are misled and they don't get the highest form of realization. Okay, but there's one flaw in this particular understanding of bhava. Crying can be imitated. There are some actors, they don't need glycerin to cry. They can just cry like that. Again, now this is not my statement. This is a statement of His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj. I'll speak it in Hindi and then I would translate it for all of you. He said, औरतों के आंसू उनके आंखों में नहीं हाथों में होते हैं. That means the ladies, their tears are not in their eyes, they are in their hands, which means at their will they can cry. They can cry so easily. It's very natural for them. So it's quite simple for them. So people crying in this world is very simple. Even children, they cry very nicely. There was a child who was crying intensely. I want that, I want this, I want this, I want this mobile, I want this mobile. But as soon as mobile was given, he started laughing. That means even the child knows how to act. So crying can be imitated. Dancing can be imitated. And even this oneness can be imitated. There was one Orient actor. This is just the previous century story. There was an Orient actor who was given, he would, any role that he would get, he would absorb himself in that character completely. When he was Narsimdev, he tore the stomach of the Hiranyakashipu. He actually literally tore Hiranyakashipu's stomach, and that was very natural for him. So then they said, no, we should give this fellow some sober roles, which doesn't cause any kind of violence. So then he did many roles, and final role that he did was Dasarath Maharaj. Because as per the script, Dasarath Maharaj is supposed to feel separation from Ram, and he is supposed to give up the body. This actor actually gave up his body. He called out for Ram, 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 Ram. And actually, he had to die in the drama. And he actually died in his life. So there are personalities who can even absorb and do this kind of imitation. And that is why Rupa Goswami doesn't define bhav as hair standing on end, because that can be imitated. Choking of fire and faltering of voice, that also can be imitated. Any of the bhava symptoms that we have. Yes, hair standing on end, crying tears, jumping, laughing like madman, falling and fainting on the ground. All these things can be imitated by any trained actor who has attended the drama school. It's possible. Then what is the real definition of bhava? And that is something that we are going to see right now. This is the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu defines the real bhava. Shantir avyarta kalatvam viraktirmana shunyata ashabandha samutkantha namagane sada ruchihi asaktishtad gunakhyane pritistad vasatistale ityadyono bhavastyur jata bhavankure jane. So there are 9 symptoms of bhava. Shantir. Shanti actually means tolerance. Our ability to forgive. It's not very easy to forgive someone. We may say, okay, it's okay. Somebody says, I'm sorry. And the person says, it's okay. But it's not okay in heart. You have not forgotten the incidences. Yes, it might happen. To forgive is very, very noble quality. That's why the tolerance. Tolerance is quality exhibited by Prahlad. He forgave his father and prayed for his liberation. Haridas Thakur, who forgave the executioners and told the Sudarshan Chakra to retract. Ambarish Maharaj, who tolerated Durvasa Muni's offense and gave all his spiritual credits in exchange just to protect Durvasa Muni. Excuse me. That is real tolerance, exhibited by the characters of Srimad Bhagavatam. Avyarta kalatvam. And this is one quality in sadhana bhakti that we can do. Not wasting a single moment. Of course, there are big businessmen. One of my student, he works at the Microsoft. And he was telling me the other day his CEO, his schedule. You all know who is the CEO of Microsoft. He was telling his schedule. He was saying the entire thing, the whole day, 24 hours is packed with schedules. He showed the calendar of his CEO of his company. It was completely packed. So he's avyarta kalatvam. Not even time for sleeping. No, that is why avyarta kalatvam doesn't mean that even big CEOs, CFOs, and businessmen, they are also avyarta kalatvam. Avyarta kalatvam means not wasting a single moment without Krishna consciousness. So this is avyarta kalatvam. Then viraktihi. Virakti means not seeing sense object as sense object. There is a difference between vairagya and virakti. Vairagya means you know that this is a sense object, but it's not meant for me, it's meant for Krishna. But virakti is a state where one is not at all agitated because he is unable to see the object as sense object at all. That's virakti. Mana shunyata. Mana shunyata means absence of false prestige. He is not considering himself to be a great soul because he's so very advanced. In fact, he considers himself insignificant, truly humble. Asha bandha, hope against hope. Even if Krishna comes and tells this devotee that, oh, in this life you're not going to see me. Example, Narada. But still he was enthusiastic to do his bhakti. Mukunda, he was told after 10 million births, you will be able to see Lord. Right? He continued his devotional service with full enthusiasm. Just one. Right? So that is also hope against hope. Ashavanda. Samutkanta. Samutkanta is extreme eagerness, always eager. Look at Hanuman. You know, it is said that whenever there is Ram Katha happening in any part of the world, Hanuman is the first person to sit in the front seat and eagerly listen to Ram Katha. And that's the only hope. He's going to stay in this material world till the time Ram is glorified. He's always there to listen to the glories of Ram. That is eagerness. Namagane Sadaruchi, always constantly chanting. Prabhupada would always chant. Once there was a studio recording going on. The studio recording, there's some, wait, there's some noise. There's some murmuring going on. Who's that? Who's that? There's some machine that's on. What is it? There was no mobile phones at that time. Otherwise, they would have said there's some mobile phone ringing in vibration mode. So they went around, they saw Prabhupada was sitting in one corner and chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. He was chanting. Yes, so Prabhupada never wasted a single moment. He would always chant. Asaktistat gunakhyane. Yeah. So he loves to describe the glories of Krishna. And anytime you meet this devotee, in Bhava, he would always glorify some quality or some pastimes of Krishna or his devotees. Yes, he's completely immersed and soaked in Krishna. Asaktistat gunakhyane, pritistad vasatistale, loves to actually reside in the places where Krishna has performed his pastimes. He loves to reside in dhams, despite the austerities that are associated with the dhams, and he simply loves to serve there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 9, you can note down the number. This Madhya Leela, 23.18 and 20. This comes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu originally, but Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad has actually mentioned it in CC for all of us when he explains the real bhava. So one thing that we can do is try to be avyartha kalatvam. This is practical for us. Yeah, it's very practical. Let's not waste a single moment without Krishna. When we are at work, no problem. Let's be conscious we are doing this work also for Krishna only. Yes. How to get that consciousness? Do Mangalacharan before you start your work. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Shalakya. Do that. Do Mangalacharan before your work and Sarva Kama Krishna Arpanam. We offer every result to Krishna. We can think this in mind and then we can do. That's something very practical we can do. All right. So we saw in today's class what are all the different emotions, ecstatic emotions exhibited by Prahlad. He's calling out the Lord loudly. He's dancing when he was while being completely oblivious to the world. Number 3, he's being always absorbed in Krishna's thoughts. And finally, his imitation of Krishna's pastimes. We saw these 4 things and we understood the science behind it. And we also saw that such kind of bhav can be imitated. That's why Rupa Goswami gives a real definition of bhava. And one thing we can definitely connect between sadhana bhakti and bhava bhakti is avyartha kalatvam, not wasting a single moment without Krishna consciousness. All right, Hare Krishna. I'd like to conclude here and invite any questions if there are any. Over to the moderator.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for the beautiful class. Sukaka Krishna Prabhu, please go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Sanatana Prabhu. I don't know why this class got over. It just got over so fast. Prabhu, that tune, what did you sang? That I liked the tune which you sang, that one of which all people dance and all. I forgot the tune. What you sang?
Oh, okay. This is Prahlad Prabhu's What is Kirtan? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
okay.
Krishna Krishna. That's the tune. Yes.
Just tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhu. Actually, I forgot the tune when he sang, I got it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Prabhu.
Sure. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Sanatana
Thank you.
Dharma Prabhu, you were sounded like just like Shri Prahlad Prabhu. I like I saw you were really singing, or you put record or something like that. I felt.
I'll tell you one thing. There's a science behind this. The person's kirtan you hear in your initial bhakti, you become like that. So I've always grown. So my mentor had given me only Prahlad Prabhu's kirtan. I didn't give me any other kirtan. So those days were no YouTube and all, right? So I only used to hear his kirtan. I used to hear hours and hours of Prahlad Prabhu's kirtan. So I sound very much like him.
Yeah.
So all credit goes to my mentor. When you say that.
Prabhu, this Avyakta Kalartham, how to get it? See, I want to chant always, not able to chant. I'm thinking, keeping the clicker in hand, I will chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. Suddenly I miss. So I want to chant throughout, but it's not happening. Even if I'm going somewhere, walking somewhere, not able to do 24/7. What is the technique to do that?
Okay, what I have heard from senior Vaishnavas, I would tell it. So even Bhaktivinoda Thakur, although he's a Kamala Manjari in spiritual world, he showed us by his example how to make a schedule to be Avyarta Kalatam. So we will not naturally be Avyarta Kalatam. We have to make a schedule to be so. We have to make a proper plan. This much to this time, I'll do japa, I'll do reading, I'll do hearing, I'll do my work. But when my work, I'll be completely Krishna conscious. And again, I'll package with, preaching. So we need to make a schedule, bro. We have to do that. So if we fail to plan, we plan to fail.
But how to make the breathing? It should come continuously. Like you said, no, that is it any way to practice and get that in the mind while sleeping also?
Yes. So see, Bhagavad Gita 12.8. This is Bhagavatam. This is the goal. Mayyev manadatsva may buddhim nivesha niveshasya mayyeva athurdhamna samshaya. Yes. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all of your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. That's the goal, but it's not very practical. That's why Krishna gives the next verse. Atha chittam samadhatum nashaknoshi maistiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. So the secret is Abhyasa Yoga. Abhyasa Yoga means for some time, if not always, you fix a schedule, and in that schedule, you should do your sadhana with a desire to achieve me. Mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. So whenever we do the sadhana, we have to desire. This is the secret. We do this properly, we'll go to 12.8. So you put a schedule, make a schedule, create one, construct a schedule, and that schedule we'll have, we limited hours, may not be 24 hours, maybe 6 hours, 1/4 of the day. But each time we do the sadhana, Mamichhaptum Dhananjaya. Our desire is to attain Krishna.
Then Madhya number 23 point. Madhya
18 and 19. 18, 19.
18 and 19. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, is there anybody having any more questions? I don't know. Chat is full, Prabhu. I don't know if there are some questions in there.
Chat, there's only one question in chat. I'll ask.
Okay, can you take that, Prabhu?
Sure. It's by Srinivas Prabhu. It's Srinivas Prabhu. Thanks for this wonderful class. How devotees realize the absolute truth as mentioned in today's purport? The first realization will be impersonal Brahman, go further to Paramatma, and eventually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or he directly realizes the Bhagwan realization. Yes. As such, the Bhagwan realization itself contains the Paramatma and the Brahman. A devotee doesn't have to separately endeavor for Brahman realization and Paramatma realization. No, Bhagwan realization contains everything. So by the grace of Guru, by the grace of Guru, what we have to do, we have got the direct service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. I saw one chat, very interesting one, very concerned chat for me. Thank you. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, by the grace of Guru, we directly are engaged in Krishna's service. That's the glory. So when we directly engage in service of Krishna, like chanting, the deity worship, the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, service to Vaishnavas, we get the Bhagavan realization directly. And that constitutes other two smarts. So this is our path. Our process sadhana is chanting. Sadhya is prema. So everything else is included in that. Excuse me. Yes, Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. I don't think so any more chat questions are there, raise hands are there. We can end the call here. I would like to offer my obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki